I think nobody, no politician in Nigeria
cannot prove it.
has said Buhari is corrupt.
No, but Facebook people.
Only Facebook people say that. No, even Atiku himself cannot open his mouth and say Buhari is corrupt. He has never said that. You can never see the record anywhere. Even Saraki was asked point blank, is Buhari corrupt? You know what he said? He said his government is corrupt.
And
none of them
Galadima or something.
Buba Galadima. And there's no way you will listen to Buba Galadima and you will not know that he's pained. He only won 2 votes in his polling unit. He lost 590 something, 500 and something to 2 votes. He only had 2 votes in his polling unit.
Because he's a traitor.
Because he is believing, he has always been with Buhari from right from the beginning, but because he had betrayed Buhari once when they were in ANPP, so he didn't really retain the political trust of Buhari. But being with him and the familiar relationship they have, he believed that the moment Buhari came in, he was just going to open the door for him. So that's why you will see Buhari, Galadima himself tell Keyamo that the table you are eating from, there are people who set it. So for them, it was about eating. And it seemed it was not happening under Buhari. So Northwest, no, we just done Northwest. Can we go to Sledushe? Northeast. This is another place Atiku is contesting. He is saying in a state like Borno that has been ravaged by...
No, because he is from Northeast.
He's from Northeast, but he's not contesting out of his state, for instance, because he won there.
Okay.
By a little margin. But he's saying in a state like Borno, because Borno voted like 95%. I should look at the numbers
because
there.
Of the war that's going there.
So that because of the war that's going there, okay, 836 to 71.
Yeah, but that place,
he's now saying that because of the war going on there, that it's impossible for the numbers to come out.
But 836, what I was actually thinking that Borno would have given, because I saw the crowd there and how they were mad for Buhari. I was thinking he was going to have a million.
They came out. They even came out for him too.
Yeah, but I was even thinking if they want to rig, if APC want to rig, that kind of place they would have rigged like even 1 million, 2 million for Borno alone.
In the governorship election, I think they had about 1.something million or close to 1 million.
But for the president, only 800.
Only 800. And the governor is saying it's about how you mobilize. I am trying to also look at 2015 election, and you still see that even though it was raged by Boko Haram, people still came out then. Talk less of now that people are getting to return back home to their villages.
And no 26 local government lost anymore.
You know, and of course there are pockets of attacks here and there, but largely peace has settled into a large extent. So it means they're able to vote, and it's like PDP, they see PDP as a plague there. So it will be very hard for him now, for Atiku, to prove against these elections, this result.
Next one.
This North Central, this is where the beauty, this is where the biggest
beauty of Nigeria is.
Yes. So because there has been a statistic.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
Equal.
Almost
50-50.
equal. Almost 50-50. There's a statistic that has shown that everybody who has won election in Nigeria has always won Benue State and Kwara State. So many of the people who were considering numbers were looking forward to see who will win Benue State and Kwara State, because
it was divided.
So they're not divided it this time. But the funny part of this one was that PDP, I thought they were going to have this place.
Especially Kwara with the Senate president.
And he was the DG of the campaign. But unfortunately for the Senate president, he had beaten more than he could chew in 2015 when he took the Senate presidency against the wishes of his party, number one. Number two, the people in his state were already tired of him. So it made it very easy for both local forces and the political enemies he had offended before to work against him.
No, I think his biggest problem is that he didn't perform to the expectation of his people. And the governor he put there was paying him more money than to run the state.
Yeah. And one of his own big problem was I think there was a meeting he had with people that the voice recording was released, and he was saying that in 2015 election, he sponsored Buhari's election in 30 states in Nigeria, apart from
And
Southwest.
they didn't give him all the positions.
And then there's no patronage in Buhari's government. That nothing. So a lot of people now say, boy, this is the state that we are. That people, they are not paying salaries. In fact, do you know minimum wage in Kwara State is still 9,600 as against the 18,000 that they are even trying to upgrade from.
Wow. But personally, I expected APC to do better in North Central. I expected them to win Plateau because that was their state.
No, they were never going. In fact, if they would try,
they almost won it
because of they politicized the killings.
Even Benue, they almost won it.
So they politicized the killings so much that they were so confident that with the politicizing of these killings, there was no way Benue people were ever going to vote for APC.
And they
or
did.
Plateau people. And they did. In fact, the Benue State governor may win re-election, but his case may he may also lose in court.
It's
because
PDP.
It's PDP. Because there are cases of overvoting in the governorship election, not in the presidential, but in the governorship, where in a particular state, local government, there has, let's say, 600 people to vote. They were having 602 recorded. Or sometimes you see 500 people vote and 499 people showed up. Like, it's not real. So that's on the other one. But they never believed that North Central people could vote for Buhari. This is the first time that Buhari himself will be winning a state like Nasarawa. So they never believed that such could happen. Now, APC lost Abuja, that's Federal Capital Territory. Then Adama is in northeast. So when you put all of this together, so there was just a balance, and eventually APC won this place. So it means that APC has now won 4 regions. So how do you expect to win 2 regions and then be declared president? Where is the number going to come from? Because Saraki, for instance, cannot say Kwara was rigged. There's no proof that Nasarawa was rigged. Benue State, nobody will say APC rigged Benue. What else do we have? Niger State.
Plateau.
Plateau, Niger State. Niger State, it was like a massacre.
Outright.
Outright massacre. I mean, in terms of political, not. I'm talking about dealing with PDP. So, now the numbers don't add up for him to talk about rigging.
So let's see the turnout.
So Jigawa State had the highest voter turnout, 55%, which is showing also voter apathy. We should not be talking about 55%. It's too low.
And that is the highest.
And that's the highest. It's too low.
The whole country.
It's too low.
That is a disgrace. It's supposed to be the smallest.
Yeah. So this actually tells us.
And this is for Buhari, right? Buhari won
for everybody. Yeah, Buhari won Jigawa. Okay. And this tells us that really it didn't matter who won. It was not the will of the whole of Nigeria.
Next one.
Then the state with highest vote cast. This 1.98 in Kano.
Only.
Altogether, this plus article. Now, are you telling me APC wants to
No, but in the governorship, they have more than
They had more than this. And they have not even finished collation. They are still going to do supplementary election. And they're already on 2 million.
Bamisaye is the lowest. Apathy was high there. The lowest number of votes in Bamisaye is only 335.
But this is even a miracle. Because as of 2015, I need to look for that number.
It was even lower.
More. They just wrote vote in. This state with 8 local government was the last state to come in to be collated. Because what they were doing is the more...
So in 2015, they would have doubled or
tripled? It was the last state to come in.
So they would have doubled or
tripled it. So those ones are not now possible for them this year.
Highest rejected votes. Kano, 73%, 73,000. And the reason is because people complain about children voting, but what they don't know is that because of the PVC, the thing will not pass it.
In fact,
and even people who are thumb printing, That's why they cancel a lot of votes, because it will not pass. Yeah.
No, they could even thumbprint and do that, but it will be minimal, very minimal. But in Kano, there were some places where, of course, there were violence, but not
that they cancelled it, because
they cancelled.
If the party in government was supposed to rig, that is their stronghold. They would have allowed them to
cancel, and they are now.
But if this had been cancelled in Southeast, it would have been a political crisis.
In fact, when you see,
they would have said it especially.
When you see Southeast votes,
because the impression you will have by the protests coming from the Southeast or South is that as if they cancelled more there,
yes,
than anywhere else.
But that's not true.
But in reality, it was in Kano they cancelled more.
Yes, sir.
Lowest rejected votes was Ekiti. Okay, 12,000. Okay, spread. What is spread?
Parties won by state. Yeah.
What?
The states won by parties.
Okay, how spread the parties are? Almost equal.
Almost equal. 18-19.
This is for the presidential.
And this is a rigged election?
If it is rigged, it will have been
when 10, APC is controlling
26,
about 20-something states in Nigeria.
It's controlling 23.
And you got
it. They lost some of their votes.
So and you think they want to rig? They will not even want to win more states?
They would have at least kept the one they had before if it is rigging.
Oh God!
And now it's just by one state that PDP won. I mean
APC won.
This is unbelievable. It's too close. States won by 25%. APC 33, PDP 28. Very close too.
But this shows more acceptance.
Yes,
of the APC.
Parties. Of the two parties too.
No, but these are 5 states more, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I expected maybe PDP will be like 10 or 15.
No.
It means they are all both national parties. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
compare this one to the new ones.
Yes, that's the point I was going to make. The fact that Atiku Abubakar could even get 11 million votes, I doff my hat. With the way people even know that he's a thief and everything, and he still got 11 million votes, it shows that he's a political maverick.
No,
it shows that
they said he spent a lot of money. He was even complaining, I heard, that not too many people were helping him with money. He was using his own money. But since he had money to feed, that he has stolen money enough to feed 300 million Nigerians for 400 years, so I think he had enough to spend.
Well, coming from the primaries in Rivers State, I think Rivers people really enjoyed this money. So, because that was where it was hosted, and we're told they were sharing in thousands of dollars.
They had a budget for every state.
And the way this election was the one where they controlled finance the more.
Yeah.
And even people are applauding the government now for doing that.
Total
votes of the parties.
Other
parties, wow.
Yes, apart from those two. Or is it? Total vote of other parties is less than 1 billion. All the 70-something parties.
Altogether.
74 parties, they are less than 1 billion, 869.
And I read that they made the register parties that did not.
They have to do it. They have to do it. I think we should have only 5 parties.
And when they do it, all these AAC are going.
They will disappear.
Interesting.
They will have to merge.
So others altogether are scoring 3%.
All the 74 parties, only
together. 3%. and before election, some people were here abusing you, like you didn't know what you were talking about.
I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm not even talking about AAC or something. All the 74.
They didn't know. They were not considering that the fact that you like Sowore as a person, or Mogalu as a person, does not make you blinded to the reality of what is on ground. Yeah. These are the statistics, and this is what I'm saying. If Sowore today claims that the election is rigged, I'm asking him and I'm challenging him publicly, and I respect him so much as a person, he should go to court.
Which court? He cannot go to court now because
he should go to court and prove that the election was rigged.
How can you go to court when you didn't even win your local government?
No, probably if the election was not rigged, he could have won. Maybe that would be the argument. So he should go to court. The same Mogalu, I learned, rejected the result. He should go to court.
No, he didn't reject the result. Though. He said people should accept the result.
So if all of these people can't learn
but let's look at that statistic again. How can it be 3%?
All of the parties together.
My God.
So if we divide this 3% by 70 something now, what will we have? So I was seeing 0.0 something percent, 0.2, 0.1. 0.08.
It's like they didn't even participate. It's a waste of money.
They wasted Nigeria's money and time.
And time and energy.
Did you see the ballot box, the ballot paper?
No.
It was looking like spreadsheet.
No, I'm even more concerned about the amount of enmity
that they also created.
There are a lot of people that cannot even talk to me again, that cannot even look at my face, that have run away from the platform, that that even blocked me, that were cursing me, that were cursing other people just because you didn't support their candidates.
But eventually, if he scored 4,000, less than 40,000 votes, that means there's no way you would have supported him from Ukraine here now and just say, I support you, Showorewo, and even keep quiet. How then is he going to score 100,000 votes?
You know, I had said that God cannot do that kind of miracle. Somebody went and did video and said, you say God cannot do miracle. I said, if God will do miracle, it will be second place that can do miracle and win.
Hey, at least 41 we go to
40,
50 or something. And that's why Atiku can go to court. And I'm saying that the reason why Atiku is in court...
Even with this court that Atiku is going to, look at the gap, 56% to 41%.
Atiku,
that is more than 10%.
Yes.
That is like how much? 15%
difference
in the gap. Is too much. There is no way anything could be 15%. 41. If you add 10, it will still be 51. You will still lose.
So, and I'm thinking, sir, that the reason why Atiku is in court is not to actually win.
It's to save face. It's to save face.
Save face, number one. Number two, to remain relevant.
So that you will come back next election.
Okay. Even if it's not going to come back, but to be able to have some say.
I think he said he will still try to contest again now.
And we'll be beaten again.
Next one. Unaccounted votes.
That's accredited vote minus vote cast. So this was about 70, less than a million.
Less than a million.
So even if they add it to cancelled votes,
it's still not enough. No difference, because there are 4 million difference.
Yeah, close to 5 million. 4 million. 15 to 11. Yeah.
Even if you just go and dash
you the
PDP,
both the cancelled vote and the unaccounted, you still lose.
So what court are you going to?
So, but yes, what
the turnout
is going to make us...
The turnout, you know, in this country, if the turnout is less than 50%, the whole election will be rerun.
Wow.
In this country here. If the people who are registered, the citizens, and you have less than 50% of the citizens electing any president, the president, no, you cannot.
If that is made a law in Nigeria, won't it encourage more rigging, actually?
I don't know.
Because like we should just leave it as
it is. But what it brings out is active people's participation.
But in Nigeria, that we don't value process. We won't be doing voter education. We just write the number. Till today, sir, 2007 election.
How can only 35% be voting altogether? So from this now, let's count 56%, or what is it?
Yeah,
56 from this now.
65.
65%
did not participate.
65% did not participate. Can you imagine? But I'm even trying to say how many voted for the president. So the president we have now, how many percentage of Nigerians voted for him? If 56% of 35%.
Maybe just about 20% or so.
Of Nigeria
voted for him.
So
not even of Nigerians, of voters.
Voters. Only 25% voted for a president.
Who are voters?
So 75% of the Nigerians didn't vote for your own president. I mean, 75% didn't vote for the president. And he's the president of the country. I mean, their party problem has to be resolved. It's leadership.
So Rivers, as I was saying last time, it was 1.4 million, sir.
Last time?
Close to 1.5 in 2015.
And now only 300 and...
Only 300 and something.
Wow.
So if we look at...
always add 1 million extra.
If we look at Enugu had 553. And
now...
APC had 14.
Wow, only 14?
Yeah, 14,000.
No, that is...
14,000. So if you look at Delta, you see the same 1.2 million from Delta.
Wow.
And this time around, it's just about 500,000 altogether.
Wow.
So the way...
The rigging during PDP was too much.
So the moment they are seeing the figures from the north, they release one big figure too.
Okay, so what do we have? Our final presidential election result as announced by INEC is accredited voters 29 million, total votes cast 28 million. Okay. Slide the share. Valid votes 27 million. Rejected votes 1.2 million. APC votes 15 million. Okay, slide the share. PDP votes 11.2 million. The difference is 3.9 million. So almost 4 million.
Yeah.
Slide the share.
Okay,
that's it. So we'll be ready to take slide. So maybe we should call people to call in now.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, please, if you would like to call in, just write us on the Facebook Messenger Move Agent, and just write you would like to call. We want you to write first, so that we don't have interference with calls when multiple calls start coming in. So, but if you write us, we are able to moderate that. So please write us, and we will be ready to pick up your calls.
And our next HMT is coming up in April, from the 8th to the 12th of April. And so we want for you to register, just go to sundaydelajablog.com/HMT or write to hmt@godembassy.org. The latest book I just released is called Process is More Important Than Result, or is as important as the result. And the other book that I'm recommending for you today is How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. How to Make Nigeria the Greatest Country in the World. Those two books will do you a whole lot of good. So let's see if we have callers. Okay, I think we have callers. And
hello, sir. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
We can't hear your voice at all.
Oh, good evening, sir.
You need to speak loud and into your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
A bit better. Maybe it's our problem here.
Can you hear me?
Now very good.
Okay, sir.
Who is calling from where, sir?
It is Udo on the line, sir.
Udo. Yeah, you are always a savvy political analyst.
Yes, sir.
We dey hear now.
Good job, sir.
Yes.
You know, like they say, every politics is local.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you say it again, please.
They said that every politics is local.
Every politics is local. Hello?
Oh, every politics is local.
It's local, yeah.
Yes.
If from this person going to court to challenge the outcome of it's from Northeast.
Yes.
Yes. In that Northeast, the big thing the president is only in his state.
Your line is very bad today. I don't know what's happening.
Can you hear me?
It's breaking.
It's breaking.
Wow. Okay, maybe call back.
Okay, we'll call you back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he was saying all politics is local. Of course, I will allow him to come make his point, but I think many of these new generation politicians are not learning the art of politics. They are not, and it's as though they are not even teachable in that aspect. But politics is different from governance. You can have all of the right ideas, the rightest ideas about governance, and never get into government. Because what it takes to govern is different from what it takes to politic your way into government. Now, if you have the right ideas, but people do not subscribe to you as a person and do not give you their vote, how then do you intend to implement those ideas? Now, when we tell you that it's not about your idea about governance that matter, But how many people subscribe to that? And we're asking you the question of how many people are you able to influence to subscribe to your ideology, to be able to say, we are going to give you your vote, and you say, oh, because you have the best ideas and people should just vote for you. You are deceiving yourself. The worst strategy in politics, which in fact is not a strategy, is sanctimony. The idea to begin to say that I am better than these other people. And so it's either my way or no way. That sanctimony will never get you anywhere in politics.
I think we have a caller again.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, is it the same Udo?
Yes, sir.
Now it's better.
Okay, it's better now.
Very good.
Yes, sir. So I was saying, this election that he is challenging in the court. He is northeast, where he's from. He won only one state. The other 5 went to his opposition. Yes. If his people were so much in love with him, why did they vote for him? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. The reality is that his game plan didn't work for him. He had the intention of using the vote of the opponent in all those his strongholds. Then he now used the south east and the south
Yes.
and add up and maybe not central and become president. But in all those areas that he thought he was going to read the vote, didn't beat him hands down there.
Yes.
So his game plan changed. That's not easy going to court, but I know the lawyers will advise him because that's the opposite. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's still breaking. I don't know what's wrong with your line today.
Wow. Oh. Come on.
But we got the point. We got your point. Why couldn't he win his region if he's so popular and he's relying on the southeast, south?
Yes, that's one point. Then another thing, can you hear me?
Yeah.
People are talking about Oshomole.
Yes.
Hello? Yes. This man, what he's trying to introduce in our body politics, in the party system, is one of the things that will make Nigeria to develop faster.
Yeah.
A situation where ordinary Kakari member of the party will have a say on who governs him.
Yes.
In the area of choosing them internally.
Yes.
Yes. So he asks these people that are going.
It is the big wings that used to choose
delegates.
No, not on basis who has the highest money. Maybe
okay.
let me explain what I meant by that. This both Ibikula Moshi in Ogun State and Rocha Sokorocha.
Yes.
They are primaries, and the party have give them 3 options that you can reach consensus. But the cost of reaching this consensus, all the stakeholders must be involved.
Okay.
If there's any dissenting voice, from this outcome of this consensus, you now take the option of indirect primary. And if the indirect primary, of course, you know what the indirect primary means, is a situation where these governors that call themselves to be God will use money and buy delegates to produce their own candidates. The man now said, if this indirect primary, if everybody did not agree on this indirect primary, we now take the option of direct primary. And this direct primary is the best option.
Yes, I agree.
Where every common man, so long you're a Kakari member of the party,
yes,
you be on the queue, you decide. It happens in Osun State, it happened in Lagos State, you have a say on who become your flag bearer.
Yes.
And most of these people, they conduct their primaries, it didn't work out. They decided people reject some of this thing now. And this man said corrective. They said, oh, they want to impose themselves, impose their surrogates on the greater majority.
Yes.
That's just a problem. And if these people now, if we want to develop, this is the only thing that will make a difference between the APC and PDP.
Yes.
Where a common man as a Qatari member will have a say. And in that case now, past people will reign on elected officials, both at the ward, local, council, or federal level. These are just trying to throw, and people don't know about this. They just tell he destroyed the party. He's looked at this. It's not the reality.
Beautiful.
We saw in South Africa. Hello?
Beautiful. We
saw in South Africa where Thabo Mbeki, African National Congress, asked him to resign from office because of anti-party activity.
Yes.
He had to resign. He took his party into war. The same thing a few years later happened to Jacob Zuma.
Yes.
So until we make party supremacy, over elected officials to call them to order, all these people that call themselves elected officials we have in Nigeria will not make any difference. Each of them now, as soon as they are sent into office, they turn to God. They turn to God. Rochas should understand the kind of the Igbo people were Republican in nature. Some of those things now don't work in Igbo land. You put your wife, you put your son-in-law, you become this, you become all that. Dynasty you are trying to build. The party you said no. Reach agreed parties now, reach a consensus and agree on this. He said no, that he was the one that brought the party in the southeast. As a result of that, now if they are not going to allow him to have his way, his son-in-law, what has happened anywhere? His son-in-law must succeed him. And look at where the hotel landed. And at the end of the day, he's not going to be relevant in the politics of Imo again.
Yeah.
And the party, if the party is going to accept him, that is going to be a very big disservice to the party.
Yeah.
Because you must discipline those early members. You serve as a deterrent to others that will try to toe the line.
Beautiful.
That's the thing. The party is standing today, conscious of the man that he had the helm of affairs because of his character. Left for him, there's nothing like a party called APC.
Yeah.
Because you cannot differentiate between APC and PDP as it is now.
No, I think Oshomole is a blessing to APC.
It's a blessing, but people, the Nigerians that should advise, that should give him accolade based on this thing now, they want to criticize him on social media.
Yes.
That's true. That's show you have the level of literacy on our people. They don't read, they don't care. It's not that you don't know the genesis of issue. Just because most of them, maybe they began to hear about political development, joining political discussion in 2015, but they don't know where we are coming from.
Yeah.
This election we are talking about, if they know about 2007 election, what we call institutional rigging, where INEC Morris Iwu, they did the right result.
Okay, thank you so much, Udo.
Thank you,
Ude, thank you so much. Blessings. Yes, Nisha.
Yes, so he's raised salient points, party supremacy. If we begin to enforce party supremacy, maybe it's a step towards party ideology. Maybe it will be a step. Maybe there will be certain rules that actually confine the party people, that they can say, okay, these are our rules, maybe, just maybe. But like you were saying, he is beginning to raise certain issues like direct primary, where every card carrying member would have a say. And it would be good to see if in their own primaries too, they can begin to test electronic voting, just like Kaduna State did.
So that we don't have what happened in Lagos.
Yes.
Hello?